One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Taylor. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Taylor. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Watch 42. He's coming off the edge. Watch him off the edge.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shane Ray in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
Boy, tight end to the right. Move. Two jet.
From the gun, it's Taylor. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep to return is Duke Johnson. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Hurry up, here we go.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You don't want no problems. Watch tight end. Tight right. Now let's go. Blue 90. Watch the twist. Leopard. Pick the edge. Coming. Detroit.
And that'll set him back 5.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
On second down, here's Lawletta. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A first down carry for Barkley, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
Leopard!
4 down.
Check dirt. Now let's go. Blue 90.
Slam.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Lawletta. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch 88.
Set. 319.
From the gun, here's Lawletta. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. Again, now it's Taylor on second and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Z.
Even. 4 down.
Z.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he's able to find Diggs. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Three down, three down.
Set! 3 and 8.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
That is right. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, baby. Go, 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 go.
Now Lawletta on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treat it as such.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
4 down. Check, check.
Lawletta to throw. Out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Hey.
Throwing on 3rd down, Lawletta. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And out now come the Vikings. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Tight right. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
Now Taylor back into his end zone. It's complete to Diggs. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Now it's Taylor. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. 23 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Strong right. We got 3. We got
Taylor going to run the option right. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, guys, check me out.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
Hey, check.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Double tight, guys, double tight.
Flex round! Flex round!
3 down.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Throw.
This time Taylor will throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Over the middle, complete. It's Walton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Watch 81, fellas. Watch. Under.
On 2nd down, Taylor. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Third and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
Slow. Z.
Taylor operating from the gun. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
A handoff to Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Tight end right. All right, here we go.
Wwml looking to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Gun. Motion. Reset.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wwml. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now Taylor. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Z.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Slow.
Play action, it's Taylor.
Switch it. Switch it.
On the crossing route, complete. That's Turner. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
Slow.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Even.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Slow. Ready. 319.
Shift.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Hey.
Now Taylor from the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The kick by Carlson is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now out come the Giants. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Philly, here we go.
3 down.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go, G.
On 1st down, it's Lauletta. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Double tight. Hey, we got 3 down.
Here we go now. 319.
Check 4.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. The left side caught by Diggs. And down inside the 15 he goes. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. Taylor now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Strong right. 4 down.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
You don't want none of that.
From the gun, Taylor. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey.
Now let's go. 319. 319.
Kill.
On second down, here's Barkley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
That's it, baby. That's it. Big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
We got three down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, 4 down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Mike's 5-4.
The pitch goes to Barkley.
Let's get off the field.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Watch Sam. Check Mike 54.
On first down, Lauletta. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Outside's coming. Yeah, baby. Woo!
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Move. 3 down.
Back to throw, Lauletta. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
4 down.
Now it's Lauletta off the bootleg, rolling to his left. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. Second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Tight end right. Set. 319.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Tight right.
Detroit.
Now a play fake, and it's Lauletta. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Go now!
Detroit!
To the air yet again, Lauletta. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And Taylor's throw there should have been intercepted, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
And he's got room.
Blitz.
Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Watch 89. Bunch set.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
Lauletta on first down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey.
All right, now look at this.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Lauletta. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, first and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Okay, Betty, I see you. Tight end right. No. Check. Patriot.
Out of the gun, Lauletta. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Watch you now, Barney.
They'll run with Barkley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Minnesota. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Tight end's right. Slow.
To throw again. Taylor eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Oh, it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Leopard.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
Now let's go.
Back to the air, Lauletta on second down. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third down and 12.
3-19.
A shotgun snap to Lauletta. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Detroit.
All right, D. Let's. All right, D. 49.
Desperation time on fourth down for Lauletta. That's to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. They are on to the fourth quarter in Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Now a play fake here on first down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9".
Leopard.
I got wide.
Lauletta looking for a first down throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up second down.
Move. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Detroit! Detroit!
Lauletta back to the air. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Taylor. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
4 down. Check.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
Too tight. Hey. 4 down.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Minnesota, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Giants, They can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.